What's up, guys? It's Yo from FT Speed. If you guys don't remember me, I'm actually Thomas's boss, and I've got him working on some other projects right now. So I'm stepping in on camera today because we got some cleanup to do on the BRZ. This engine bay behind me is completely filthy. It's been neglected for quite a while, and I really want to clean it up. So I want to go through an engine bay detail with you guys today, show you how it's done, make sure you don't skip any steps, and hopefully get this thing shining up really nice. So let's head on over to the detail bay and get this thing started. Let's go over everything you're gonna need for this engine bay detail. It's gonna be some pretty simple stuff. The main thing is gonna be your cleaner or degreaser. Today we're using Chemical Guys All Clean. It's their all-purpose super cleaner. We're gonna need to dilute this 1 to 10, so we'll do that in a second here. You can use anything else like their orange degreaser or simple green, anything like that. It's gonna have the same effect, but we're using Chemical Guys today. A couple other tools, we're gonna be using the fine boar's hair brush. This will get into some crevices and really agitate the cleaner into the engine bay. We got their master blaster as well. This is an air blower, so we'll get some of that water blown out of the engine bay to help with the drying process. And maybe we'll use the natural shine as well as the last step. So the natural shine will be a coating and protectant for your rubbers and plastics underneath the engine bay. It'll give it a little bit of a matte sheen and then also give it some protection, so it'll be easier to clean this engine bay the next time. Other than that, we got some other household items like some detailing gloves or any type of latex gloves. Also some plastic bags, so we're going to use these plastic bags to cover up some of the electronics in the engine bay to make sure they don't get flooded with water. So let's go ahead and get this diluted and get started. All right, we got some prep work done. We got the alternator covered up, the battery, and then also the fuel injection module on the passenger side of the engine. So those are covered up with plastic bags just to make sure that those parts don't get flooded out with water. And now we're gonna get this whole engine bay wet with our hose. And we're not gonna use too much pressure here. We're just gonna use a bit of the shower on the hose here. Probably not going to use a pressure washer or anything like that, and we're going to be pretty sparing around those areas with the electronics, just to make sure that nothing gets damaged, obviously, from the water. The engine bay soaked, now we can start spraying our all clean on all of the areas that we're going to be cleaning. So all the plastics, all the cooling plate here, all along the sides, the fender liners, we're going to get spraying. So I'm gonna work on sections at a time. We're gonna get things sprayed down on this cooling shroud and the intake. And you can be pretty liberal with the cleaner. And we're gonna get that in there, and we're gonna let that soak just for a little bit, and now we're gonna come in and agitate with our force brush. Now that we have some areas agitated with the cleaner sitting on, let's go ahead and rinse some of these off, and then we'll move on to other parts of the engine bay. So again, we'll take the water, not use too much, but we'll spray down those areas that we've already brushed. Got most of the cleaning portion done. The engine bay is wet, cleaned up. Most of the areas have been brushed down, agitated, and then we've rinsed this down. So let's get to drying. I'm gonna blow off most of the excess water with our master blaster here. We're gonna get this as dry as we can, get in those nooks and crannies that we wouldn't be able to get with the microfiber, and start drying her off. All right, guys, we're gonna dress these plastics up a little bit with a natural shine and give them a coat of protection and just that little bit of sheen to make sure that this engine bay looks very fresh. That about wraps it up, guys. We've got the engine bay detail complete on our BRZ, and it really has made a world of difference on this car. I hope you guys learned something from this video and want to tackle this project yourself. If you do, we've got all the products we use in the description below. Be sure to comment below with any questions, or you can email us, sales@ftspeed.com. This is Yo, and I hope to see you guys soon.